The Woodstock River Bandits are on the air from Falcon Field on the campus of Central High School in Woodstock, Virginia. It is the 2025 Valley Baseball League and the Woodstock River Bandits. This afternoon, the Bandits take on the Covington Express in Game 1 of a split doubleheader. Hi, everyone. I'm Craig Orndorff. Glad to be with you this afternoon. We've got a double dip today. Covington here in the opener. A twine-nighter, if you will, and then coming up at about 6 o'clock this evening, it'll be the Waynesboro Generals. Bandits come in with a record of 18-7. Their lead is 2.5 games in the Northern Division over Strasburg. Meanwhile, Covington currently is in last place in the Southern Division with a mark of 9-15. They are 7 games back of front-running Harrisonburg. All right, bit of a different lineup for the Bandits tonight. Some names that we haven't seen for a while, but on the mound will be Jordan Hodges, 5'11" right-hander out of Cameron University. He hails from Gilmer, Texas. Jordan has a record of 1-0, making his second start and 6th appearance overall. ERA is just 1.50. And here's the order he will face tonight. Leading off and playing third base is Dario Castillo. Braden Durfee, the center fielder, hits second, followed by the catcher Victor Sanchez in the 3 spot. Cleanup hitter is Wilfred Gonzalez at short. Batting 5th, Edwin Melendez, the DH. Hitting 6th, Archimedes Barrios, the second baseman. 7th is Andres Gonzalez, the left fielder. Jason Bello at first base hits 8th. And Tyler Zamargo, the right fielder, will hit 9th. We are underway as the first pitch from Hodges to Castillo is a strike. As we begin today at 1:33, and there's a foul ball back. Quickly 2 strikes. Castillo, left-handed batter from Pasco Hernando Community College. Hitting .229 with 5 RBIs. Pitch is strike 3 on the inside corner. Castillo backed out of the way of it, but rung up.
Next up, sophomore from
and a 3-pitch strikeout for Jordan Hodges.
Number 33, Braden Durfee.
All right, one away. Here's Brandon Durfee, the center fielder. Also out of Pasco Hernando. Right-hander standing 6 feet tall. Durfee, a .357 average, but only 14 at-bats. He's 5 for 14. Does have a run driven in. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it off the protective screen in front of the Bandits' dugout third base side. A warm one today. Sunscreen on, visor, sunglasses. Still, we're going to get sun. Breaking ball just missed. 101. We're in the mid to upper 80s already. No threat of any rain today, I don't think. Our umpires are wearing black. Don't they have any other colored tops? Off speed is low, 2-1 now. Numbers for Jordan Hodges. He's worked 18 and a third innings with 13 hits allowed, 3 earned runs, 7 walks, and 12 strikeouts. Teams are hitting .220 against him. High and tight with that one, now 3-1. Defensively for Woodstock today, it is Hunter Miller in left, center field Eli Hudgens, and right field Blake Wood. On the infield, it's Austin Ford at third, Diego Villarreal is shortstop, Hayes Carley playing second, Jackson Lucas at first base. 3-1 pitch is rolled foul at third. Catcher here in game 1, Connor Spellman, and again Jordan Hodges on the mound. Full count. Hodges, the righty, works, and he misses high for a ball. And Durfee is aboard.
Now batting, catcher number 5, Victor Sanchez.
All right, that'll bring up the Covington catcher Victor Sanchez. The Lumberjacks with a man on here in the first inning. Victor, 5'11", from a college to be determined. And looks at a pitch outside. All right, Woodstock coming off a loss last night at Front Royal, 5-3. Had a 2-0 lead in the fourth, but Cardinals scored 5 consecutive runs over the next few frames. Breaking ball in there for a strike. 1-1 now to Victor Sanchez. Sanchez hitting .222, a home run, 5 RBIs. Leading hitters for Woodstock last night, JT Andorowski and Austin Ford both went 2 for 4. 1-1 in the dirt. Good block by Spellman. Two balls and a strike. If you hear a noise in the background, it is a fan. I've got a fan in the press box lower window helping us out. There's a line shot the opposite way into right field. A base hit for Sanchez, and the Lumberjacks have 2 on with 1 out here in the first.
Next up, junior.
All right, that'll bring up Wilfred Gonzalez, the shortstop.
Number 12, Wilfred Gonzalez.
Jed Aparicio is the manager for the Lumberjacks. Mike Bocock, skipper for the River Bandits, but right now he's not here. He's in an all-star meeting, Northern Division crew. First pitch swinging, rolled up the middle. Diving stop by the second baseman. Good play there for 1 over to first and not in time. But great play by Carly. Going up the middle, diving. Took him a second to get it out of his glove where it could have been a double play.
From Lake Sumter Community College, designated hitter number 20.
Carly with a dive to Villarreal to get Sanchez. So Gonzalez did beat it out at first, but again, if Carly gets that out of his glove, they have a shot at 2. All right, 1 ball now to Edwin Melendez, the DH. So 1 out runners at the or 2 outs runners at the corners. Melendez from Lake Sumter Community College in the dirt, blocked again nicely by Spellman. 2-0. Melendez, a 185 average, 8 RBIs. 2-0 count, swings and taps that foul over by the third base dugout. All right, Durfee at third, Gonzalez at first. Short lead for Gonzalez at first. Here's the pitch, and that is inside. That'll make it 3-1 to Edwin Melendez, the DH. Hodges ready. Runner at first goes. Pitch is popped up. It'll be playable. First base side. Foul territory. Grabbed there by Lucas. And that's the inning. Covington gets 2 on. Can't get anybody in. Nothing for the Lumberjacks. Bandits coming up. All right, here come the Bandits in the bottom of the first inning. And here's their hitting order this afternoon. Leading off is the second baseman, Hayes Carley. Eli Hudgens in center field will bat second. Christian Toledo is the DH, hitting in the third spot. Cleanup is the catcher, Connor Spellman. Hunter Miller in left field will bat fifth. Sixth, the first baseman, Jackson Lucas. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Austin Ford. Blake Wood hits eighth. He's the right fielder. And batting ninth is the shortstop, Diego Villarreal.
Hayes Carley.
And they are going up against Quindon Wright. Quindon Wright, right-hander, 6'3" from Albany State. He is from Albany, Georgia. Numbers for Wright, 1-1 with 2 saves. He's making his first start of the season. Everything else, all 7 of his previous appearances out of the bullpen. Starts with a strike to Hayes Carley. 1-1 with 2 saves, 2.79 ERA. Hayes Carley out of William Carey. He takes strike 2 on a breaking ball. Right-handed batting Carley, playing second base, stands 5'10". Pitch in the dirt. As we sit outside in the sun. Hey, if the fans can do it, we can too. Except we have electronic equipment that we've got to keep an eye on. That's fouled back. Hayes Carley in 1 for 2 since arriving. And that one drove in a couple of runs. Ball 2 strikes. Pitch by Wright is high and tight. 2-2. And now catcher and pitcher want to talk here. Or at least the catcher wanted to talk to the pitcher. Aaron Ford is over at third base. Andrew Doran here in front of us at first. We call the game from first base, field level. So if there are some hesitations in the play-by-play, it's because I get blocked out. Coaches, players, umpires. All right, 2-2 after the conference on the mound over between Sanchez and Wright. Here's the pitch, and that's off speed. It stays high. Full count now. 3-2 to Hayes Carley. Payoff. And breaking ball, and strike 3 called. Dropped it in there. At the knees.
From Radford University,
and Carley rung up.
Eli Hudgens.
Eli Hudgens steps in now. He's playing center field. Switch hitter out of Radford, 5'11". Hudgens also 1 for 2 since joining the club. First pitch swinging, a bouncer up the middle, and that will find its way through. A little 40 hopper into center field, but nobody could get to it.
Next up, senior from Wayland Baptist University, designated hitter
Now
number
it's
21,
Christian Toledo.
Toledo.
Handling the DH duties this afternoon here in game 1. 6-foot right-hander out of Wayland Baptist. Christian, a mighty cut, comes up empty. Toledo hitting .208 with a home run and 7 RBIs. 1 out, man at first. Pitch misses a little bit inside. 1-1. Again, we sit at first base, so we can see top to bottom of the zone real well. Corners are just a guess. We have to make our best estimate as however the catcher receives it. There's a breaking ball that stays upstairs. 2-1 now. Little day baseball. Almost feeling a little like Harry Carey back in the day, except I'm not sitting among the fans. And I don't have my shirt off. Swing and a miss on a fastball. 2-2 now to Christian Toledo. The Woodstock lost last night. Covington split a twin bill, so they're playing a split doubleheader today as well. They go to Front Royal after this one, but they played 2 last night and had to get up early to get here, and then they got stuck in traffic, which is why we were delayed by a half hour. 2-2 pitch and strike 3 called. Low and away, and Toledo rung up. Back second strikeout for Wright.
From Jacksonville University, catcher number 22, Connor Spellman.
So now it's Connor Spellman, the catcher. Spellman hitting 154, 3 runs driven in, and chops that one foul. Yeah, Covington lost 7-0 to Stanton. They played 2 nines yesterday, 7-0 to the Braves in the first game. Only got 2 hits, but won the second game 5-4. They got 3 in the first, but needed a run in the bottom of the ninth to pull it out, as Braden Durfee was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded, 2 outs to bring in the game-winning run. Foul ball and 2 strikes on Spellman. Luckily for Covington, they get a day off tomorrow. All right, Spellman down 2 strikes. Pitch, breaking ball, gets off the glove of the catcher Sanchez, and down to second goes Connor Spellman. I'm thinking that's going to be a pass ball. That was a breaking ball, but I think Sanchez just took his eye off of it for a second. All right, so a man in scoring position now with 2 outs at a 1-2 to Spellman. Off speed, just missed. Might have been a little bit inside. Spellman's still in there, 6'4" right-hander out of Jacksonville. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Right pitches, and that is lined over to the third baseman, knocked down, recovers, throws in time to get Spellman to end the inning. We're through 1, scoreless between Woodstock and Covington. All right, here we go in the second inning. No score. Jordan Hodges back to work, and a ball fouled off by Archimedes Barrios, the second baseman. He'll be followed by Andres Gonzalez and Jason Bello. Archimedes Barrios, left-handed hitter. I wish he played for Syracuse. That would be appropriate, but he does not. He plays for Rollins, and he lifts one into left field. Routine out there. And under it, Miller makes the catch for one out here in the second.
Next up, sophomore from Lakeland Community College.
Now it's Andres Gonzalez.
Number 17, Andres Gonzalez.
Left fielder, right-handed batter. Swing and a miss, pitch down and in. Gonzalez, 6 feet tall, from Lakeland Community College. 0-1 to Gonzalez. Hodges deals, swing and a miss, got him on a breaking ball, 0-2. Not an overflowing crowd here for this opener, but an early start. But, you know, a few people have come out here. It's not a bad day, actually. Here's a foul off to the right side. Just a little warm, but you knew that when you left the house. And it is summertime. Oh, 2. Hodges works, and that came inside and hit him. Not much of a reaction from Gonzalez, but glanced off of him, and he'll take the base. Hit by a pitch for 2 strikes.
Number 1, Jason Bello.
All right, that'll bring up Jason Bello now, the first baseman, number 8 hitter. Bello from Dayton. 6'2", 6 foot tall right-handed batter, and takes strike 1. Again, game 1 of a split doubleheader. We were supposed to start at 1, but traffic on Interstate 81 on the 4th of July, back end of the 4th of July weekend, delayed them. Throw over to first. Bellows swings and hits one deep to left field, but plenty of room out there, and back on it, Miller hauls it in. There's 2 away.
Next up, junior from Tusculum College, right fielder, number 13.
That's Tyler Tamargo.
Tamargo.
He's the right fielder. 5'10", left-handed batter from Tusculum. Two outs, man at first here for the Jacks. And the ball is high. Covington as a team batting .231. Bandits all of a sudden have started hitting the ball. They're up to .242 with a team average. They were down in the 220s just a few days ago. That's fouled off to the left side. 1-1. Yes, 17 hits the other night against Winchester really helped out. And they had 10 before that in the loss to Strasburg. Yeah, they out-hit the Express. That doesn't happen very often. All right, 1-1. Shows bunt, pitches down and in. Tamargo hitting a .189 with an RBI. Two outs. We're in the top of the second. Fastball high. 3-1 now. Jordan Hodges with his, what do we agree on? Turquoise, is that what we called his color of his glove? Close. All right, 3-1. Swing and a pop up. That is off to the left side. That will be over the Bandits dugout. Actually, kind of looks like sea green, seafoam green, kind of Miami Dolphins green. All right, full count now. Gonzalez will be on the move here at first with 3-2, 2-out pitch coming. And now he goes, and the pitch is low for ball 4. So that'll put 2 on with 2 outs.
Number 8, Dario Castillo.
So Hodges has hit a batter and walked 1. Now we'll contend with the leadoff man, Dario Castillo, who he struck out in the first. Left-handed hitter. And very high with a fastball. 1-0. Castillo from Pasco Hernando Community College out of Hialeah, Florida. One ball. That's in there for a strike. And Waynesboro coming in this evening about 6 o'clock. We'll get started with that one. Part of a long day here at the ballpark. But where else would you want to be? Pitch down and in and gets away from Spellman. He couldn't slide over to stop it. Looked like he was set up outside, and the pitch came down and inside. I'm going to mark that as a wild pitch. And now 2 in scoring position here for Castillo, who's driven in 5 on the season. Two-one pitch, hit in the air to right field. Going back on it is Wood. He's got plenty of room, shades on, and hauls it in. 2 more left on for Covington. Middle of 2, no score. Bottom of the second. Scoreless between the Bandits and the Lumberjacks. Woodstock sending up 5, 6, and 7. Hunter Miller, Jackson Lucas, and Austin Ford. Facing Quindon Wright. Showing bunt is Miller and takes the ball outside. Hunter's from Southern Indiana. 6'1" left-hander. Must have been an awkward catch attempt there by Sanchez as he's holding his wrist, and the umpire walks the ball out to the pitcher to give him a chance to shake it off. Hunter Miller batting .236, a home run, 11 RBIs. That pitch misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Other finals last night: Strasburg walloped Winchester 17-5. Percival 11-0 over Newmarket. Charlottesville topped Harrisonburg 5-4, and Culpeper beat Waynesboro 8-5. There's a strike at the knees, 2-1, and we will see those Generals this evening in Game 2 of this split doubleheader. And Covington fans, your guys are going on to Front Royal after this one. 2-1 pitch. That's a little outside. Three and 1. So the pitching staff stretched out here for the Lumberjacks over these 2 days. Twin bill last night, double dip today. And a pitch outside, and Hunter Miller is aboard to lead off the second inning.
Now batting, freshman from Troy University, first baseman number 18, Jackson Lucas.
All right, here's Jackson Lucas. 6-foot left-hander from Troy. 0 for 1 on the season. A bunch of newcomers getting a chance to play here in Game 1. And he swings and bounces one the opposite way. It'll carry him off the third baseman and no play anywhere. So 2 on with nobody out.
Next up, sophomore from Folsom Lake College, third baseman.
Diving attempt by Castillo at third.
Ford.
Could only knock it down. And now it's Austin Ford with 2 on and nobody out. Shows bunt, gets the bunt down. A good one. First base side, fielded by the pitcher. Throws to first. And Austin Ford does his job.
Now batting, a senior from the University of Montevallo, right fielder number 29, Blake Wood.
So sack bunt for Ford, gets Hunter Miller to third, Jackson Lucas to second, and now it's Blake Wood. He is 0 for 1. But has a 2 RBI chance here. Takes the ball high. Covington's going to play the middle infielders back here in this second inning. Cornermen are in. 1-0 is upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Blake Wood playing right field here this afternoon. Hitting 8th. See Mike Bocock over in the dugout now for the Bandits. 2-0 pitch, swing and a foul ball. All right, 2-1 now to Blake Wood out of Montevallo. That's high. Changeup up around the bill of the cap of Blake Wood, the right-handed batter. All right, 3 balls and a strike. Pitch, swing and a miss. Went after a breaking ball that looked like it was ball 4. Down in the zone, but Blake was geared up for something. Came up empty. Now he'll battle with 3-2. Quindon Wright sets and pitches. Bouncing ball up the middle. It'll get a run in. Played there by the shortstop behind the bag. Throws over to first in time to get Wood. But he gets the run home. Hunter Miller scores. Jackson Lucas to third. And it's 1-0 Woodstock.
Now batting junior from Cameron University, shortstop number 24, Diego Villarreal.
Now it's Diego Villarreal, the shortstop. 2 outs, men at third. Woodstock with a run across. Take the early lead. Diego looks at strike 1. That pitch is low, off speed. 1-1. One offering, and a breaking ball misses. Might have been a little bit outside. Two-one pitch. That is chopped to the right side, but right to the second baseman. That's Barrios on to first to get Diego to end the inning. But Woodstock gets one. And after 2 complete, Bandits up 1-0. All right, Woodstock leads at 1-0 as we go to the third inning. And it's 2, 3, and 4 for Covington. Braden Durfee, Victor Sanchez, and Wilfred Gonzalez. Against Jordan Hodges, who deals. First pitch swinging, foul ball at the plate. Got a piece of Braden Durfee, who walked back in the first inning. Of course, that got him in a spot where he doesn't have that protective guard on his front shin. I think it hit his back leg. Doesn't matter how much padding you wear. how much protection you have. The ball's going to find the spot that's not covered up. Whatever the sport. 0-1. High and tight. Ball and a strike. It's like when they put a brand new fielder into the game. Ball always finds him. 1-1. That's a line drive into the center field for a base hit. In on the hands of Durfee, but he pulled his arms in and shoots that into center. Second hit of the game for the Lumberjacks.
Next up, catcher, number 5.
And the first hit belonged to the man who steps to the plate now, Victor Sanchez, the catcher. Breaking ball low and away. Good smother there by Spellman. All right, Covington's had some chances here in the early innings. They've left 2 on both frames, and they got the leadoff man on now. Runner goes. Pitch is low. Throw down to second, and not in time. Durfee in with a head-first slide, and he's now 2 for 3 on the season. Got a good jump. Excellent throw by Spellman, but Durfee was too quick. And now he's at second base. Sanchez with an opportunity to tie this game for the Lumberjacks. Fouls that one back. 2 balls and a strike. Dimensions here in Woodstock. It's longer to center and right down the lines than it is to straightaway center. I know y'all have a short porch down at Covington for the Covington fans who tuned in, but much more dramatic here. That one bounces way in front of the plate. Runner goes for third, throw down, and not in time. So Hodges just spiked that one. Spellman did all he could behind the plate. Durfee's down to third. It's 340 down both lines, so a lot of space in the outfield. 376 to left center, 372 to straightaway right, but from those 2 points, the fence is a straight line. Just 338 to center field. You still got to hit it to get it out of here to center, but 3-1 pitch is a strike. So full count now to Victor Sanchez. Bandits play their middle infielders back here in the third. Nobody out. Payoff pitch coming, and that's another one in the dirt. And Sanchez is aboard. Third walk from Hodges.
Shortstop, number 12, Wilfred Gonzalez.
Brings up the cleanup hitter, Wilfred Gonzalez, the shortstop. Bounced into a fielder's choice. Actually, looked like it was going to be a base hit, but Hayes Carley at second with a great diving catch to get a force at second. Bandits wouldn't mind another ground ball right here. They'll give up the run for the outs. But he hits it in the air and well hit to center. Going back, leaping shy of the fence is Hudgens to make the grab. But Durfee scores. A nice leaping grab by Hudgens out there in center.
Number 25, Edwin Melendez.
So he had time to make the catch and brace himself before he hit the fence out there. And a nice leaping grab, but the Lumberjacks tie it up as Gonzalez gets the sac fly, and we're 1-1. And that's the third RBI for Gonzalez for Wilfred, and his first sacrifice fly. Now it's the DH, Edwin Melendez. He takes ball 1. Foul ball. Ball and a strike. One, one out, one on in a 1-1 game here in the third. Hodges with a breaking ball downstairs. 2-1. Throw over to first. Covington hasn't had a whole lot of success stealing bases. They're 24 steals and 19 times caught, but running here is Sanchez. Throw down, not in time. Actually, a one-hopper that Carley couldn't squeeze and get the tag on. So a couple of steals this inning. Sanchez is down to second base. And now 3-1 to Edwin Melendez, who popped to first, his first trip. 3-1, very high. And now it's first and second with one out. And Tyler Bocock, the pitching coach for the Bandits, heading to the mound. And we do have activity down in the bullpen. It's a left-hander getting loose for Woodstock. So 2 walks in the inning. That's 4 for the game so far now for Hodges. Woodstock's lead 2.5 games in the north ahead of Strasburg, then a ways back to Winchester and Purcellville. They're both 6 behind. Front Royal 7.5 back, Newmarket 9.5 games back. And in the south, it's Harrisonburg 2.5 games ahead of Stanton. Charlottesville trails by 4. They're at 500. And Culpeper 5.5. Waynesboro 6.5 behind, and Covington trailing by 7. Actually, I take it back. I said Covington thankfully had tomorrow off. They don't. They host Winchester tomorrow, so no rest for these guys after doubleheaders on back-to-back games. Bandits go to Culpeper tomorrow. All right, back to action here. First and second with one out in a 1-1 game, and a pitch outside to Archimedes Barrios. Fly to left his first time. 1-0 in the dirt and to the backstop. And there's control issues here for Hodges in this third inning. Now runners at second and third. The second wild pitch of the inning. So that takes the double play out of order. And the infield will come in. All right, 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Might have been ball 3. Looked too good at the top of the zone for Barrios. Archimedes Barrios out of Rollins. Out of Pembroke Pines, Florida. Well, Covington has the Miami area scouted well. 2-1 pitch off the end of the bat and over the leaping shortstop Villarreal into center field. 1 run scores. Second run coming. Throw cut off. And Covington now has the lead at 3-1. Now Villarreal playing in made a difference there. If he's back in his normal position, he probably gets that. Instead, it's Barrios with a 2-run single and a 3-1 lead now for the Lumberjacks. Barrios now with 3 RBIs for the season as Sanchez and Melendez score. Walks kill you. Both those guys on with the base on balls. So the inning continues here for Andres Gonzalez, the left fielder. Swing and a miss on a curveball. Good pitch there from Jordan Hodges. Gonzalez hit by a pitch in the second. Throw over to first. Barrios back in with a dive. One strike pitch upstairs. 1-1. Pause in the pitch. Good curveball. 1-2. Ball 2 strikes to Gonzalez. That's low. 2-2. Gonzalez from Lakeland Community College out of Homestead, Florida. Miami, Hialeah, Homestead. Throw over to first. Close play, but Barrios back in. Like I said, the Miami area, home for a lot of these Lumberjacks. All right, 2-2. Hodges deals, and a swing and a miss. His second strikeout of the game.
Next up,
struck out the first batter he faced.
Jason Bello.
And gets Gonzalez there for out number 2. That was Jason Bello, the first baseman, who flied to left field his first time up. 3-1 Covington here in the third. There's a line drive into center, down for a base hit. Third hit of the inning. Bello came in just 164. That singles there to keep the inning alive, and that's going to do it. Second trip to the mound for Tyler Bocock, and he's going to make a pitching change. So that's going to be it for Jordan Hodges. As he's been good this season, but today kind of rough. And he'll turn it over to the bullpen here with 2 outs in the third. New pitcher for the River Bandits is Will Campo, 5'10" left-hander out of Loyola of New Orleans. He's from Miami. Will Campo comes in with a 2-0 record and a 3.68 ERA. Ninth relief appearance for Will. He's gone 7 1/3. 7 hits, 3 earned runs. He's walked 10 and struck out 10. All right, he'll come in and try to get out of this inning. It's already 3 across for Covington. And there's a little back and forth, a little chirping, I think, that the umpires had to calm down during the change. There's an off-speed pitch up and in that Tyler Tamargo spins away from. Left-handed batter walked in the second. Tamargo from Tusculum. He's from Miami. So lefty-lefty matchup here. A little chopper toward the third base side, fielded by the pitcher. Throw to first. It's into the runner, and it gets away. 1 run will score, and it's now 4-1, and now Mike Bocock comes out of the dugout and back and forth with some of the players there. That happened before. Something was being said by the dugout during the change of pitchers as Tyler Bocock had an issue.
Now batting third baseman, number 8, Ariel Castillo.
And Chet Aparicio had to come over and tell him he had things under control. But anyway, just a little dribbler that turns into a base hit, then a throwing error by Campos. Scores a run, moves runners to second and third. And now it's Dario Castillo. And the last place Lumberjacks making a little noise here in this game. 1-0, fouled back by Castillo. He's already batted twice. He struck out looking and fly to right. Barrio scored on that throwing error. The throw got right into the runner Tamargo. Knocked the glove off the first baseman Lucas. 1-1 outside. 2-1 now. Bello is at third. Tamargo at second. And a roller the other way. Scooped up there by 4 to third. Across to get Castillo to end the inning, but it's a 4-run frame for the Lumberjacks. Middle of 3, and they lead it 4-1. All right, bottom of the third. Bandits have a hole to dig out of now as they trail at 4-1. And it's the top of the order. Hayes Carley, Eli Hudgens, and Christian Toledo. And an off-speed pitch misses to Carley, who struck out looking in the first inning. Quindon Wright back out for his third inning of work for the Jacks. 1-0, fisted foul. Straight back. 1-1. Bandits wearing their orange tops tonight. Green letters and numbers. White pants. Tri-colored caps. Orange on the bill. White on the front panel with the logo and green in the back. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Hayes Carley out of William Carey from Columbia, Mississippi. Pitch is a soft liner that will roll out to second. Picked up there by Barrios. Tosses to first and one away.
Next up, center fielder, number 30, Eli Hudgens.
Now it's Eli Hudgens. Bounced a single into center field his first time up. Hudgens takes the ball outside. Switch hitter hitting lefty from Radford out of Easley, South Carolina. Swing and a foul back. 1-1. Quindon Wright, usually the closer. He has both of their saves this season, but pressed into a starting role here today. So he made 7 appearances coming into today with 4 decisions, a win, a loss, and 2 saves. Off speed, misses. Must have stayed outside. 2-1. And Wright works with a 4-1 lead now in the third. 2-1 pitch. There's a flare off to the left side, and that is foul and out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes. Wright deals, swing and a miss. Breaking ball down, and Hudgens retired swinging. Third strikeout for Wright. Look out now, more guys are going to talk. Look out, and somebody just got tossed. I think it was Hudgens. And I think it was something with the catcher, Sanchez. He must have said something after the strikeout. So not really a friendly Sunday ball game so far. Not very congenial. A lot of chirping, a lot of talking. Right now, Mike Bocock talking with the 3 umpires, but looks like they have lost center fielder Eli Hudgens. And I think there's still some talking coming out of the dugout, really the whole game. And the first base umpire is over to say something to the Covington dugout. So not really warm and fuzzy here today.
Now batting, designated hitter number 21, Christian Toledo.
All right, but back to the game. It's 2 outs, nobody on for Christian Toledo. He struck out looking back in the first. Christian cuts and misses. Oh, 0-1. Toledo, right-handed batter out of Wayland Baptist from the Bronx, New York. Oh, 1 is in there for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Little check swing foul ball by Toledo. I think it went off the forearm of the catcher, Sanchez. Toledo down 2 strikes. Breaking ball just missed. Might have been a little bit inside. Makes it 1-2. Breaking ball. And the appeal, no swing. Covington trying to influence the first base umpire, but he didn't fall for it. Correct call, he didn't swing. Toledo holds off on the breaking ball. Now 2-2 pitch coming, and a swing and a miss. Struck him out with a fastball to end the inning. And we move to the 4th with the Lumberjacks up on the Bandits, 4-1. We go to the 4th inning now with the River Bandits trailing Covington by a score of 4-1. And we have a new center fielder with Durfee's ejection in the bottom of the third. It's JT Andorowski taking over in center field. Replacing Eli Hudgens. All right. 2, 3, and 4 for Covington. Braden Durfee, Victor Sanchez, Will Gonzalez. Ball 1. The offering from Campos, and now swing and a miss on a breaking ball. One and one. Durfee has walked and singled. Stolen a base, scored a run. Breaking ball, nice pitch. Durfee out in front. 1 and 2. Durfee a 357 average coming in, a few points higher now with that single in the third. Takes the ball outside. Two balls, 2 strikes. That misses up and away. Count goes full, 3 and 2. Payoff pitch. Campos delivers, and that's fouled back. Will Campo, 2-0 on the year. Trying to hold it to a 4-1 game. Three-two popped up, but this will get out of play. First base side. Didn't hit the lights and right in between 2 vehicles back there. All right, we'll do 3 and 2 again. Braden Durfee from Pasco Hernando Community College out of Land O'Lakes, Florida. Here's a 3-2 pitch from Campo, and he misses outside. Another walk. 4 issued by the starter Hodges.
Pitcher number 5, Victor Sanchez.
Campo allows Durfee to reach his second free pass tonight, so he's been on 3 times. That's Victor Sanchez. He has singled and walked. And he's called by his head coach down the third baseline to have a quick chat. I mentioned the Bandits wearing their orange. Lumberjacks wearing their sky blue uniforms. Tops and bottoms. White numbers and letters with dark blue trim. There. Pants go all the way to the shoe tops. Fastball low. And the lefty, Will Campo. One 0 offering. That is outside. 2 balls, no strikes. That misses, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. Gentlemen, we need balls in the zone here. 3-0. That one gets the call. That was under the knees. Campo got the benefit of the doubt. Sanchez had already tossed his bat away, and somebody has to toss it back to him. Yep, that was a little low. 3-1 pitch. That is ball 4. And back-to-back walks.
Next up, shortstop
to bring up the cleanup man.
Gonzalez.
Will Gonzalez, a fielder's choice and a sac fly. And Tyler Bocock back to the hill as there is a right-hander getting loose for the Bandits, but he's just started throwing. Again, the first of two for both of these teams, split doubleheader. Waynesboro comes in here for a 6 o'clock game, and Covington is headed to Front Royal for a 5:30 start with their second contest. All right, Bandits had won 9 in a row, but they have dropped 2 of their last 3, and they're trailing here 4-1 in this one. All right, meeting on the mound is over. Take a sip of some nice, cool, refreshing water. On a Sunday summer afternoon here in Woodstock. All right, back to action. Wilfred Gonzalez look back to second. Gonzalez from Florida Gulf Coast, but he's another from Miami, 5'9" right-hander. Shows bunt. Takes the ball low. There's a girl over there on the far side wearing a sweatshirt. Here's a bunt. Bonadette missed. Runner going to third, and he makes it. Now going to second because nobody's there. Woodstock was in their rotation. And Villarreal couldn't get over to short, and the second baseman, Carley, was coming over to cover first with the charging Lucas. So he saw nobody was there. So now it's second and third. With nobody out, a 1-1 count, that's low. So 2-1. So Durfee gets a steal of third. I don't know if Sanchez gets credited for a steal or not. Anyway, 2-1. That's fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and Covington with a chance to get a stranglehold on this game here. They're up 4-1, and they've got runners at second and third and nobody out. Gonzalez has already driven in 1. Fly out to deep center. 2-2 pitch. Off speed is low. Full count. Three balls, 2 strikes. Pitch. That's high and away. And 3 walks in the inning. Will Campo.
Next up, designated hitter number 25, Edwin Melendez.
All right. Tyler Bocock to the mound, taking the baseball, and a new pitcher coming in for the Bandits here with the bases loaded. Nobody out in the 4th. New pitcher for the Bandits is Ryan Cowell. 6-foot right-hander out of Bluefield from Hanover, Virginia. Cowell making his 8th appearance, all in relief. He's 2-0 with a save and a 1.58 ERA. Comes in a jam here, bases loaded, nobody out. 4-1 Covington. Looking to break this one open. All right, corners in, middle infield back, as Edwin Melendez steps in and fouls it straight back. One strike. Melendez looks at an off-speed pitch for ball one. Melendez, the DH, has popped to first and walked. Melendez from Lake Sumter Community College. He's from Kissimmee, Florida. And now catcher Spellman wants to go out and have a quick word with Ryan Cowell. No doubt to go over signs, what their indicator is going to be, especially with the Covington catcher out there at second base. All right, 1-1. Cowell sets and deals. Swing and a foul tip on a breaking ball. 1-2. We're in the fourth. One-two pitch, off speed again. That's fouled back. I was hoping for a quick first game, so we'd have plenty of time to take a little break, maybe get a little something to eat. I don't know if that's going to happen. Already about an hour and a half in, still in the fourth, top of the fourth. 1-2. Pitch by Cowell. Breaking ball, and Melendez holds off. Two balls, two strikes. Sacks full. No out. 2-2 pitch. That's in the dirt. And the count is full. And what happened there? Kind of a lollipop throw by Spellman. I don't know if it slipped out of his hand, but it's kind of floated back to Cowell, and the runner at third, Durfee, took a look at possibly coming in. Anyway, 3-2. Cowell ready for the payoff. Here it is. And a breaking ball, and strike three called. Melendez was headed down to first. He hadn't thrown his bat away. He wasn't sure or not.
Next up, second baseman number 34.
You could tell it was just kind of hoping it was ball four, but good off-speed pitch for the first out of the inning. That's the second baseman, Archimedes Barrios. Fly to left, a two-run single. Left-handed batter from Rollins. Chops one, first base side. That is a foul ball. All right, corners stay up here for the Bandits with one out. Double play depth up the middle. One strike on Barrios. Cowell Sets and deals and misses up and away. (4-1) Covington. We're in the fourth. Down and away, 2-1. Runners lead at every base. 2-1 pitch. That is hammered into right center field. That is in the gap and down and going to the wall. That's going to score 2. And it's a 2-run double, and it's now 6-1. Barrios to the alley in right center. And it's a 6-1 game. Durfee and Sanchez score. Will Gonzalez to third, and a double to go along with a single for Barrios. He's got a 4 RBI game. Barrios came in, well, he was just 1 for 5. But he's 2 for 3 today with 4 runs driven in. All right, here's Andres Gonzalez, second and third, 1 out. The breaking ball from Cowell in there for a strike. Gonzalez hit by a pitch and struck out. So now a 5-run lead here for the Lumberjacks. 0-1, swung at a bad ball. Gonzalez down 0-2. Lakeland Community College, Homestead, Florida. Infield in. 0-2 pitch by Cowell, and a breaking ball misses. 6-1 Covington, and still batting here on the top of the fourth. Gonzalez asked for time. Now he's back in. Awaits the 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. And off speed is lifted into shallow center. And Dorosky comes out, comes in, makes a diving catch. Runner tagging from third. Here's a throw, and it skips past the catcher. They will appeal, and safe is the call. So a sac fly for Gonzalez after a great play by Andorowski in center. His first step was back, but he came in. Made a great diving catch, came up throwing. And Gonzalez in ahead of the throw. It skipped past Skip Bellman. I don't know if they had a chance to get him or not. As he scored standing. So now 7-1 for Covington. Barrios stayed at second base. Now it's Jason Bello. And a fastball strike. Andres Gonzalez, his second RBI of the summer. And there's fastball strike 2 to Bello. Fly to left and singled to center. Oh, 2. Curveball outside. So that double has been the only hit in the inning so far. They've got 7 runs on 6 hits, but the walks, 7 free passes, along with 1 hit batter. Off speed is low, 2-2. Always tough on your fielders when you're not throwing strikes. They do their best to try and stay on their toes and be ready, but 2-2. That's fouled off. Two and two, two out, runner at second. Cal turns back at second. He'll throw, and he'll false start by Barrios, but he was able to get back before Cal's pickoff attempt. Two-two offering. That's high and tight. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Freddie Akendo of the Lumberjacks just walked by us here. He's got like a milkshake and some chips and energy drink. He's ready. He's enjoying the afternoon. 3-2 pitch coming. That's high and tight. Ball 4, yet another base on balls.
Now batting right fielder number 13, Tyler Tamargo.
Another long frame. All right, first and second, 2 outs. Here's the number 9 man, Tyler Tamargo. Walk and an infield single. Pops it up, but that'll go out of play. That was just a little nubber. Third base side. Campo fielded it, threw it wildly at first, and allowed a run to score. Pitch outside. Oh, Mike Palenzuela walks by with, it looks like a couple of burgers in his hands. I'm going to go hang out with Covington. They're having a good day. Lots of food and drink, and they're enjoying the afternoon. Plus, they've got a 7-1 lead. So here's the pitch that is rolled to short, fielded there by Villarreal, and he takes it to the bag himself. Get the force to end the inning, but 3 more for the Lumberjacks. 3 walks, actually 4 in the inning, but 3 to lead off the frame, and they all scored. 7-1 Covington, middle of 4. All right, the deficit for Woodstock even larger now. They're trailing at 7-1 as they bat here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 4, 5, and 6, Connor Spellman, Hunter Miller, Jackson Lucas. And ball one to Spellman, who grounded to third his first time up. That's inside, 2-0. It is Quindon Wright back for his fourth inning of work. Right out of Albany State in Georgia. Towering fly ball into center field, but easy one out there for Duffrey, and he puts it away.
No sleep
The one away. Now it's Hunter Miller.
Hunter Miller.
Walked back in the second, scored the only run of the game for the Bandits. Now 7 in a row set down by Wright. Bunt attempt by Miller, bunted through it. Sunday afternoon here in Woodstock. Bandits on the wrong end of a 7-1 score right now. Playing the last of the fourth. Miller bounces this one foul here at first. Hunter's down 2 strikes. Miller from Southern Indiana out of Fort Pierce, Florida. Lefty takes high. 1-2. Again, we've got a second game coming up with a scheduled time of 6 o'clock. Waynesboro comes to town, part of the split doubleheader here today. Covington moving on to Front Royal after this one. 1-2 pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Woodstock got 1 in the second, but the Lumberjacks 4 in the third, 3 in the fourth. See if the Bandits can chip away here. Nobody throwing in the Covington bullpen, so it looks like Wright is out there for a while. Opposite field, hard drive. A liner by Miller. Andres Gonzalez puts it away.
Next up, first baseman, number 18, Jackson Lucas.
2 away. Now Jackson Lucas. Miller hit that one sharply to left. And Gonzalez initially opened up toward the alley, had to reverse pivot back the other way to make the catch, but he did. Looking pretty smooth. Infield single for Jackson Lucas. His first time up. Left-handed batter, 6 feet tall, from Troy, out of Osprey, Florida. That's low, 2-0 now. Wright's only allowed 2 hits and 1 walk. He's got 4 strikeouts. And something happened to Sanchez, the catcher. Didn't really see him get hit. Something happened to him. Had to walk it off for a minute. He's back in the crouch now. 2-0 to Lucas. That's high. Three balls, no strikes. And a 4-pitch walk. Keeps the inning going now for Austin Ford, a sacrifice.
Third baseman, number 14, Austin Ford.
Back in the second inning. All right, a man on with 2 outs, and Ford swings and fouls it back. Bandits trailing at 7-1. Right-handed batting Ford, 6'2", from Folsom Lake, out of Ukiah, California. That's inside. 1-1. Pitch is high, throw down to first. Not much of a secondary lead there by Lucas. Two and one now. Right sets and pitches, and good breaking ball at the knees. 2-2 to Austin Ford. Came in batting .273 with 4 RBIs. And still is there because of that sacrifice bunt. First time. 2-2 pitch. Another breaking ball and another strike call, and that's the inning. Ford out looking. And we're through 4. 7-1 Covington. We're underway here in the top of the 5th inning, and strike 1 to Dario Castillo. He'll be followed by Brandon Durfee and Victor Sanchez for the Lumberjacks, who have a 7-1 lead over the Bandits here in game 1 of this split doubleheader. There's a ground ball the other way, softly hit to the third baseman Ford. He fields and throws, and it's an 0-for-4 day for Castillo. I think he's the only,
Center fielder, number 30.
He's the only Lumberjack who hasn't been on base today. Braden Durfee, the center fielder. Single and 2 walks. It is Ryan Cowell back out there for Woodstock. Off-speed pitch, misses up and away. Durfee, Pasco Hernando, Community College. Fouls it back. 1-1. Ryan Cowell from Bluefield. Delivers. That is laced in the left field down the line, but it hooks foul. Ball and 2 strikes. Covington has had 2 runners left on base in each of the first 4 innings. So they've had a lot of base runners. 7 have already crossed and 8 left out there. 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Second strikeout for Cowell.
Next up, catcher number 5, Victor Sanchez.
Let's see if the Bandits can get a clean inning here. 2 down, it's Victor Sanchez. He has singled and walked twice. Numbers for Campo. Rough outing. Both Hodges and Campo have been good, but today rough. Foul back by Victor Sanchez. So 3 runs all earned for Campo. No hits, 3 walks. Take that back. 1 hit allowed by Campo. One strike, that's fouled away, and quickly 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch, fastball. Looked like it was right down the middle. Sanchez rung up. And that's the inning. 3 up, 3 down. First time Covington goes in order. Middle of 5, 7-1 Lumberjacks. Bottom of the fifth inning. Bandits need some runs and some hits. They've only got 2 so far against Quindon Wright, Blake Wood, Diego Villarreal, Hayes Carley, 8, 9, and 1. First pitch, this is not going to be a hit. Skied on the infield, right to the second baseman. Barrios puts it away, and Blake Wood is out number 1. He had an RBI ground out back in the second.
Next up, shortstop, number 24, Diego.
So 1 down.
Villarreal.
Now it's Diego Villarreal. Switch hitter from Cameron University. He hails from Golden, Colorado. Grounded out to second base his first time. Switch hitter, batting left-handed. And ball 1 to Diego. There's a strike on the inside corner. One on one. That's in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. Foul ball. Evens the count at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, base is empty here in the 5th. Bandits down 7-1. That is right at the feet of Villarreal. Skips out of the way of it. And we'll go full. All right, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff. Diego gets a piece. Full count. Right pitches and swing and a miss by Villarreal. And it's 2 gone.
Next up, second baseman, number 0, Hayes Carley.
6 punch outs for Wright. And now it's Hayes Carley who struck out once back in the first inning and grounded out to second. So 0 for 2. Off-speed pitch high over top of Hayes. Righty from William Carey. 2 outs, nobody on base. Fastball, strike. 1-1. Foul, back. Ball and 2 strikes. One, 2, right, delivers, and Hayes chops one to the right side. First baseman covers, flips to the pitcher, nicely done. Bello made the grab, flipped it right to the bag, right for right, to grab and touch the base. 3 up, 3 down. We move to the 6th, Covington, 7-1. Will Gonzalez leading off here in the 6th inning, and his first pitch he sends over the fence in left center field for a home run. The cleanup man nearly left the yard back in the 3rd. His sacrifice fly was grabbed right at the fence by a leaping Eli Hudgens, but he made no doubt about this one.
Next up,
A solo shot to make it 8-1.
Edwin Melendez.
So Gonzalez goes yard. His first long ball of the summer, 14th for the Lumberjacks. And it's an 8-1 ball game as he gets Ryan Cowell on the first pitch of the 6th inning after Cowell retired the Lumberjacks in order in the 5th. All right, Edwin Melendez to DH, takes ball 1, and he's hit by the pitch this time. Sounded like it hit him on the elbow pad.
Next up, second baseman number 34, Archimedes Barrios.
Now it's the second baseman, Archimedes Barrios. He's having a day, 2 for 3 after a flyout. 2-run single, 2-run double. So he's halfway to the cycle. And fouls this one back. So 8 runs on 7 hits for Covington. No errors for them. Woodstock 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error. Another foul ball. 0-2. Nobody throwing yet for Covington. They're just going to let Quindon Wright chew up some innings. Like I said, they had a doubleheader yesterday, and this is the first of 2 for them today as well. 0-2 pitch. There's a line drive into center field. That's a base hit. It's a 3-for-4 day for Archimedes Barrios.
Now batting left fielder number 17, Andres Gonzalez.
Trying to think of a clever mathematics joke here, but I'll just let it go. Try to force it. Doesn't work when that happens. All right, Andres Gonzalez hitting here, and he's hit by a pitch. That'll load him up. Second time he's been plunked today.
Number 1, Jason Bello.
I think it was just something off speed. But Tyler Bocock coming to the hill as Cowell hasn't retired a batter. Yeah, Bandits pitchers, the 3 of them today have been good all season long, but today a bit rough. So 8-1 Lumberjacks. Today is the 6th day of July. And they had the very first All-Star game in 1933 at Comiskey Park. Babe Ruth's 2-run home run helped the American League defeat the National League 4-2. All right, bases loaded, nobody out. Here's Jason Bello, the first baseman. 1 for 2, a single and a walk. And he takes a pitch inside. A little cloud cover here to help out. There's a ball 2. Jason Bello from Dayton. Comes out of Fort Myers, Florida. Not from Miami, like most of the other team, or Miami area. 2-0. Fouled back. Fort Myers. Awesome. Love it down there. Bello, 2 balls, 1 strike. Waits from Cowell. Ryan kicks and fires, and a high fastball swung on and missed. 2-2. Two. Fouled back. Lumberjacks with the bases loaded. That's been a recurring theme today. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pitch off speed is fouled back. Little hitch by Bello on that curveball, but he was able to get a piece of it to stay alive. That's high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. By the way, that home run allowed by Cowell this inning. Just the 9th surrendered by Woodstock pitching. All right, payoff with the bases loaded and no outs. Pitch off speed is into left field for a base hit. 1 run will score, and that's all they'll get. But it's now 9-1. Second hit of the game for Bello and his 5th RBI.
Next up, right fielder, number 13, Tyler.
And that'll be the end of the line for Ryan Cowell as Tyler's coming out again. And the 4th pitcher of the game entering for the Bandits. We're in the 6th. It's 9-1 Covington. All right, back to it here in the 6th inning. Nobody out, bases loaded. It's 9-1 Covington. New pitcher on for the Bandits is Alex Pazos, left-hander from Miami-Dade. And a foul ball off the bat of Tyler Tamargo, the number 9 hitter and the right fielder. He's been on 3 times. He has walked, reached on an infield single, and bounced into a fielder's choice. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Pazos out of Hialeah, Florida. And pitch up and in. So I'm assuming most of these guys know each other or are aware of each other since, like I said, Covington has the Miami area filled in their roster. 1-1. Late swing and a foul back. Good pitch in on the hands by Pazos. That's blown away. Pazos making his 8th appearance. He's only allowed 4 hits and 6 1/3, but he's walked 11. Two offering, and it hit Tamargo. Did the plate umpire say it hit the bat? It clearly hit the body. And plate umpire is going to ask the base umpires to come in. That clearly went off the body. I thought it hit the shoulder of Tamargo, but he said it hit the forearm. But yep, they got it. They got it right. Hit by a pitch, and that'll force a run in. That'll make it 10-1. So Tamargo gets the RBI. The hard way. His 2nd for the summer. That's 4 hit batters.
Now batting third baseman number 8, Dario Castillo.
And that's the 6th batter that Pazos has hit this summer. Now the bases are still loaded, still with nobody out. So Barrios scores. Gonzalez to 3rd, Bello to 2nd. And Dario Castillo looks at ball 1. He's 0 for 4. Everybody else in the Covington lineup has been on base multiple times, but Castillo's been retired 4 straight. That's low and away, 2-0. Three runs in the inning. 10-1 Lumberjacks. That is popped up, back of 3rd. Shortstop Villarreal makes the running catch in foul ground for the first out of the 6th inning.
Now batting.
Good play by Diego.
Braden Durfee.
I'll bring up Braden Durfee. 1 for 2, a single, a couple of base on balls. And bases full of Lumberjacks still. That's a swing and a drive to center. And Dorosky back on it. Makes the catch, runner at 3rd tagging. Coming in, throw to 3rd, not in time over there. Good throw there by JT, but Bello in ahead of the tag.
Next up, catcher number 5, Victor Sanchez.
So sac fly there for Durfee and his 2nd RBI this summer. Ninth man to hit, Victor Sanchez. 1 for 2, also a single and 2 walks. Men at first and third. Pitch low and away. (11-1) Covington. Pazzo steals, misses low and away. Lumberjacks sent 9 men to the plate in the third, 8 in the first, and here's the 9th batter to bat here in the 6th inning. Pitch is a fastball high, 3-0. Way outside for ball 4. And the sacks are full again.
Next up, shortstop, number 12, Wilfred Gonzalez.
All right, here's Wilfred Gonzalez, led off this inning with a home run. Pazzo steals, that's fouled back. One strike. Alex Pazos works, that's low. One pitch, that is in the air to left center field. Miller gives way to Andorowski to make the grab to end the inning finally. 4 more across for Covington. With only 3 hits. Middle of 6, Lumberjacks 11-1. All right, here we go to the bottom of the sixth inning, and the Bandits trailing at 11-1. Here's JT Andorowski. 2, 3, and 4. Andorowski in for Eli Hudgens, who was ejected after his at-bat in the third inning. JT fouls it off the screen in front of us. Down 2 strikes. JT out of DeSales, left-handed batter, 6'1". 315 average, but he skies one into center field. Coming in is the center fielder Durfree, calling off Andres Gonzalez to make the catch. And one away. There's a new pitcher on for Covington. It is Micah Calvert.
Designated hitter number 21, Christian Toledo.
Christian Toledo takes the ball outside. Christian, the DH today, has struck out twice. Micah Calvert, 5'10" right-hander out of Ranger College in Texas. There's ball 2. Pitch is high. Calvert. Do I have him on? Ah, there he is. He's number 16 on the roster. He's wearing number 6 today. That's what screwed us up. Out of Mont Belvieu, Texas. Breaking ball in there for a strike on the 3-0, so makes it 3-1. Calvert, 7th appearance, a 7.44 ERA. 3-1 is rolled foul at third. So full count now to Christian Toledo and a Wayland Baptist. Three-two pitch. That's low, ball 4.
Now batting catcher number 22, Connor Spellman.
Now it's Connor Spellman, a ground to third and a fly to center. Breaking ball outside to Connor out of Jacksonville, hometown of Vito, Florida. Pitch is outside, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. In the dirt, they'll throw to first. Toledo back in with a dive. And it's now 3-0 to Connor Spellman. Pitch is in there for a strike. Runner goes on 3-1, swing and a miss. So 3-2. Toledo must have gone on his own there. Don't really steal, down by 10 runs. 3-2, that's in the air to left, but that will hook foul. All right, full count. Swing and a line drive. That's into left field coming in, but having to play it on a bounce is Gonzalez. Toledo rounding third. And he's going to score. Ball kind of got away from Gonzalez out there. It bounced and he tried to barehand it. Popped away from him, and that was enough for Toledo to score. So Spellman with a base hit.
Next up, left fielder number 4, Hunter Miller.
And his 4th RBI for the season. Makes it 11-2. Here's Hunter Miller, a walk and a line out to left. Pitch down and in. And now Sanchez, the catcher, wants to go out and talk with his pitcher, Micah Calvert, in relief of Quindon Wright, who was excellent today. 5 innings, just 2 hits, walked a couple, and struck out 6, and got plenty of offense in his first start of the summer. All right, 1 ball. Fouled back by Miller. Hunter out of Southern Indiana. One just misses. Runner goes, swing, and a miss pops out of the glove of Sanchez, so a steal for Spellman. So he's in scoring position. Miller shoots one towards second. Good play on the backhand by Barrios. He'll throw a 1-hopper to first. It gets away. Spellman's rounding third, coming to home. He'll score standing up. So Barrios, nice play on a ball. Hit to his backhand, got to it, but his throw was a 1-hopper, and Bello couldn't scoop it.
Next up, first baseman, number 18, Jackson
Miller holds on at first.
Lucas.
It's now an 11-3 game here in the 6th. Now it's Jackson Lucas, an infield single and a walk. And he takes ball 1. So 2 runs across here for the Bandits, making it 11-3. 2-0 now. Jackson Lucas out of Troy University. This game was scheduled to start at 1, but traffic on the interstate prevented Covington from getting here on time, so a 1:33 beginning. Here's a roller into right field, through the hole. Miller headed to third. He'll make it as the throw goes to the cutoff. So the Bandits with a little rally going here. Second hit for Jackson Lucas.
Now batting third baseman, number 14, Austin Ford.
And Woodstock trying to creep back into this one. See if Austin Ford can keep it going. Sack bunt and a strikeout looking. And strike one from Micah Calvert. First and third, one down. Tapped foul. Over into the Woodstock dugout. Runner at first goes. Pitch is the ball on a curve. Throw down to second, and out is the call. Jackson Lucas cut down at second base for out number 2. Had a good pitch to go on. It was a breaking ball, but Sanchez throw was on the mark. So now 2 down. That changes this inning. 1-2 pitch forward. Fastball misses away. Evens it up 2-2. Lumberjacks do have a right-hander just tossing lightly right now. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses outside. Sanchez held it there for the ump to look at, but doesn't change his mind. So we'll go 3-2. Payoff. That's low. Ball 4. And it's first and third with 2 outs.
Fielder, number 29, Blake Wood.
Well, some aggressiveness from Woodstock doesn't pay off, as they could be sitting with the bases loaded here and 1 out. Instead, it's first and third with 2 down. Here's Blake Wood. RBI ground out to short and a pop-up to the second baseman. Calvert deals and misses outside for ball 1. Out of town scoreboard over in Charlottesville, Winchester leads the Tom Sox 10-5. They're in the top of the 9th. And we got a visit to the mound coming here. Chet Aparicio out to the hill. All right, meeting on the mound over.
Thank you. I don't think they're doing it.
All right, by the way, the scoring on Hunter Miller's ground ball was an E4 all the way. All right. 1-0 pitch misses, 2-0. Blake Wood from Montevallo out of Brunswick, Georgia. Takes outside, 3 balls and no strikes. Diego Villarreal is on deck. First baseman Bello motions down to the bullpen, says, hey, get ready in a hurry. .3-0 pitch, and that is in there for strike 1. Three balls and a strike. Pitch. That is outside for ball 4, and they are loaded. Back-to-back walks by Calvert. And that could be all for him.
Now stepping to the plate, shortstop number 24, Diego Villarreal.
Well, They're going to let Calvert go at Villarreal, and he hits one foul here at first. Diego ground out and a strikeout. Bases loaded, 2 outs, an 11-3 ball game. It was 11-1, 2 across for the Bandits here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch on the outside corner. 0-2. Two strikes. Swing and a miss. Villarreal down on strikes to end the inning. A big caught stealing in that frame, but Covington helped out with a throwing error. All right, we go to the 7th now. Lumberjacks 11, Bandits 3. All right, 7th inning underway. A strike to Edwin Melendez from Alex Pazos, who deals, and a breaking ball is in the dirt. It's 11-3 Covington. Way outside and to the backstop. Melendez 0 for 2, but he has walked and been hit by a pitch, and he's scored twice. Two balls, 2 strikes now to Melendez, Lake Sumter Community College. Pazos in the dirt. 3-2 now. All right, 3-2 from the lefty Pazos, down and in, ball 4. And the inning begins with yet another walk. 7 batters that have either walked or been hit by a pitch have scored today for Covington. Another free pass. Holy smokes. By the way, Cowell Ryan, 2 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned. He walked 1 and hit 2. Pazos misses low and away to the left-handed hitting second baseman Archimedes Barrios. Covington had the run rule on the Bandits, but Woodstock got 2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Pitch is high and tight. They're scheduled for a 5:30 start at Front Royal. I don't know if they're going to make that. Waynesboro is going to come rolling in here shortly. 3 for 4 is Barrios today. Down and away, 3 balls, no strikes. Oh, Waynesboro's already here? Yeah. All right, 3-0. That's outside. Back-to-back walks.
Now batting left fielder number 17, Andres Gonzalez.
That's 11 walks by the Bandits, and they have hit 4 batters. All right, 2 on here for Andres Gonzalez. Nobody out. That's down and in. That is lined into left field, a base hit, and that's going to scoot all the way to the fence. Melendez is scoring. Barrios hitting third. He's headed to the plate. He will score on a 2-run double by Andres Gonzalez. First hit of the day, but tacks on 2 more RBIs to his total of 3.
Next up, first baseman number 1, Jason.
Well, they've got the run rule back. Tenth hit of the day for the Lumberjacks. That's Jason Bello. 2 for 3, couple of singles, an RBI. Pops this one up down the right field line. That's going to go fouling out of play. Look out. Wood got over there and skidded. He hit the plate in the bullpen. Thankfully, he didn't hurt himself, but his cleat came down on that plate and just skidded as the bullpen is in play down the right field line. Out of play for Woodstock, left side. Ball outside, 1-1. So back up to a 10-run lead here for Covington, 13-3 as we play in the top of the 7th. Still nobody out. Shot into left field. That will be down. And another extra base hit. Bello on to second. Gonzalez scores. Now 14-3. Doubles in almost the same place. Back-to-back by Gonzalez and Bello. Third hit of the game for Jason Bello.
13, Tyler Tamargo.
His second RBI of the afternoon. Tyler Tamargo. He's been on 4 times. Once was by a fielder's choice. He does have a hit. Also walked, hit by a pitch, has an RBI. Looks at strike 1. Breaking ball just missed. Unbuckled the knees of Tamargo. Another buckling breaking ball. This one's called a strike. One on one. In the dirt. It's blocked by Spellman. Still getting its chest out there in front of it in a blowout game. That's high and away. Set by Pazos. And delivers. Little half swing pop up, and that'll be caught by the dropped by the third baseman. I don't know what happened there by Ford. Just something else to go wrong today. That was just a little half swing by Tamargo.
Castillo.
Thought it might be trouble, but Ford playing in didn't have far to go, and I don't know. He just missed the ball. Well, that's the second error on Woodstock today. Let's just hope they're getting all of this out of their system here this afternoon, so we can crumple up this game, throw it in the fireplace, and never speak of it again. All right, still nobody out. First and second, Daryl Castillo takes strike one. He is 0 for 5. That's in the dirt. One. That's away. 2 balls. Two balls, 1 strike. Pitch that is lined into left center field. Andorowski on the run. He's not going to get there. That'll hop to the fence, and looks like, nope, not 2 this time. Just 1 will score. Bello to the plate. Tamargo holds at third. Third double of the inning. And Castillo,
Number 33,
his first hit of the game. 15-3. And visit to the mound. And we got a change in pitchers. Tell you about the new hurler in just a minute. Connor Bryson on the mound now for the Bandits. Fifth pitcher of this afternoon. 6'4" right-hander from Hendrix College out of Powell, Tennessee. He misses up and away to Braden Durfee. He's had so many at-bats, I can't count them. 1 for 2. Single, 2 walks, sac fly. There's the ball high. 2-0. Bryson's 2-1 on the summer. Sixth appearance, a 1.42 ERA. That's a ground ball right to short. They'll go to third, and the tag is out there. So Villarreal went to Ford to get Daryl Castillo.
Next up, catcher number 5.
Scoring was Tyler Tamargo.
Sanchez.
So it's now 16-3. So a fielder's choice there, and an RBI for Durfee, his second of the game. 1 out. Now Victor Sanchez. A single and 3 walks. He's 1 for 2. And looks at a strike. This is just game 1. We've got another one yet. Covington has to get on the bus and go to Front Royal. One. Inside, 2 balls and a strike. Victor Sanchez from Miami, no school listed, so must be in between institutions of higher learning. There's a foul ball back. Evens the count at 2-2. Pitch is rolled to third. Picked up there by Ford. Goes to second for 1. Relay to first. That's a double play to end the inning. But 5 more. Yep, 5 more come in for Covington. They lead at 16-3. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 7th inning. Bandits trailing at 16-3. They need to score 4 if they want to keep playing. Top of the order, Hayes Carley, JT Andorowski, Christian Toledo due up. And a new pitcher on for Covington. It is Sebastian Griffith, a 6'2 righty from Albany State. From Cotulla, Georgia. And there's a strike, 1-1. Hayes Carley's 0 for 3. Here in this opener of a split doubleheader. Waynesboro on standby for a 6 o'clock start. Bouncing ball to the right side and in for a base hit. 5th hit of the game for the Bandits. First for Carley. Now it's JT Andorowski.
Now batting center fielder, number 7, JT Andorowski.
Numbers for Sebastian Griffith, 7th appearance. No decisions, and he gives up a hit there into the gap. Cut off there by Tamargo in right field. Andorowski gets back to first as Carley went to third. The throw went to third, but the third baseman Castillo gunned it over to Bello at first, nearly threw it away.
Now batting designated hitter, number 21.
So back-to-back hits for Woodstock.
Toledo.
Now it's Christian Toledo. 0 for 2, did walk and score back in the 6th inning. Takes low for a ball. And looks at the ball outside. Two and 0. Men at the corners. Christian sends one into left field. Back on it is Gonzalez. A couple of steps. He's under it. Coming in to score is Carley, so a sac fly for Toledo. 8th RBI for Christian.
Next up, catcher, number 22, Connor Spellman.
So 16-4. And a pinch hitter here. It's Connor Spellman taken down. One strike, one out. Still trying to identify the batter. Could be Rocco DiPastino. But down 2 strikes. Oh, 2. Chopper towards second. Fielded there. They'll get one at second. Relay to first in time for a double play. Yep, it was DiPastino. And that's how the game comes to an end. Final score, Covington 16. Woodstock 4.
So your final score is...
We'll recap it in just a minute. All right, well, the Bandits fall in the first of this doubleheader. Game shortened by the run roll as Covington puts a whipping on Woodstock, 16-4. Bandits got on the board first. An RBI ground out by Blake Wood in the second inning made it 1-0, but then Covington put up 4, and that started the wildness. Well, actually, Jordan Hodges got away with it in the first 2 innings as the Lumberjacks left 2 men on base in the first 2 frames, but they were able to come through. With 4 runs in the third, they added 3 in the fourth, 4 in the sixth. Bandits got 2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. And then the Lumberjacks put it away with 5 more in the 7th inning, 1 for Woodstock in the last of the 7th. All right, so difference was the free passes. 4, 8, 11 walks, 4 hit batters. That'll do it. And most of those who got a free pass came in to score. In the 16-4 wipeout. All right, for Covington, they had 16 runs on 12 hits, 1 error, 12 men left on base. For Woodstock, 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 miscues, and they stranded 6. It only went 7, but the game lasted 3 hours and a minute. And Covington gets the victory to go to 10-15 on the season. Woodstock drops to 18-8. All right, Bandits now have dropped 3 of their last 4. They'll look to change that against the Waynesboro Generals, as that one will come up at 6 o'clock. That's a scheduled start time for Game 2. The Bandits and the Generals. So we'll be here for that one right here on the River Bandits social media pages. All right, that's it for Game 1. We'll see you here in about 90 minutes. I'm Craig Orndorff signing off for now for the 2025 Woodstock River Bandits.